Hello, this is Josh from Pixelhaven Gaming, the new store of Austin. What's your name and what you do, man?
My name is Robinson Davis, and I got first place at the San Antonio Regional this weekend.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah, let's go! What were you playing, sir?
I was playing Swordsoul.
Alright, let's get into it, man.
Yeah, so I mean, most of this is pretty standard. Like, you play 3 Mo-Yi, you play 3 Long Wan. I play 2 Taya just because Desires is a thing, and like if you ever go past like turn 3 or 4, it's always nice to have like a second one. I play 3 Ecclesia. I don't like this at 2. There was a game where I drew all 3 of them, but I still won. I just think this card's insane as like an extender, and like you need the consistency with this deck. You don't want to brick. For the Tennies, I mean, pretty standard. You play 3 Ashina, 3 Vishuddha, and I play 3 Adara. You should play 3 of this card. I don't know why people play 2. And then 1 Shathana.
Whoa, a common?
Yeah, I mean, we ain't rich here. Yeah, Shathana's like, it came up a couple times today, and it's just like the best level 4 Tenyi. I do play Heavenly Dragon Circle, so that's why it's in there. Obviously 3 Emergence for like the spells. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. 2 Vessel. You just don't want to draw like multiples of it, and it's, I don't know, I think the deck's kind of tight with how I built it. I played 1 Heavenly Dragon Circle. It was just like my mind out, and it's like not horrible to draw, especially that you play through things. So maybe play more of this, honestly. It was pretty good this weekend. And then of course 2 Pot of Desires. This card's insane. Just Pot of Greed. And then Called By, because this card's also should probably just be bans. It was good all day. For the hand traps, I played 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, 3 Moonlit, and then, I mean, Imperm's like a hand trap basically.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like these 9 are standard, but
So what made you want to actually play Mourner for today's tournament?
it was a decision I made like an hour before when I was talking to my friend Michael, and I guess the idea was it outed token collector, or like you could help you with token collector, and it was a level 3 tuner, which like the only way this card came up today was it was a level 3 tuner. Honestly, this could have been a vanilla, normal monster. I don't know if I'd play it again. I tested literally 0% time, like my brain's fried right now. I'm not one of those people that like, oh, I tested and perfected this build of the deck. I literally decided like 30 minutes before. I was like, oh, I'll put a Swordsoul deck together, and this will be the list.
How many times did Mourner actually come up in throughout the tournaments?
I think twice. I normal summoned it. I had a 10U effect, and it was like I had been stopped but hadn't used my normal summon, so you could summon this and you have like Taya or Mo-Yi, and you can make Yazi, and then you can do plays from there still. So yeah, it comes up, but like honestly, I'd play something else. Just cut it and make the deck 40 cards instead of 43.
Right.
And then of course the one other trap, Blackout. You play it, it's good. You don't really want to draw it all the time, but it's decent.
All right. And then to the extra deck.
Yeah, the extra deck is nothing really crazy, I would say. 2 Chixiao, 2 Vaxia, obviously good card. Chao Feng, I made it once today, but it was fine. I think it might have been a little overkill, but it helps you play around mid with like really good hands. Yazi doesn't come up often, but when it does, it just wins you the game. Like, you have to play this card. Obviously 1 Draco Berserker, it's pretty normal. I played 1 Dragite just because there was a 15th spot, and it was just like the best level 8 synchro I could play. I didn't have access to like Crimson Blader, so I didn't play that card. For level 10s, you have the 2 Swordsoul synchros. I never made this card once. I went into this card once, I think. And then I've almost exclusively made Baron today. It's not that, I mean, obviously I think drawing 2 cards, like when you do like the Mo-Yi while this is out and you go into cheat out, you draw 2 cards and search. I think that combo is like insane. It's just I saw like at the YCS, I think it was Hartford recently. Everybody like Nib was coming out more popular, and I just didn't want to play into it like every day. So if I was in like a commanding position already, or like I had a good opening, I just like didn't want to take the risk. I'd rather like play the average, like play an average board out and just hope like that's good enough. 3 Monk. I never made the 3rd one, but you should play 3 of these. Like you definitely need the resources.
It's because that's a common.
Yeah. Never,
Shout out to Mismatch Rarities.
Yeah. Hey, rarity has nothing to do with how well you play.
That is so true.
And then we got my Shaman of the Tenyi.
Yes, sir.
Made it once. It got negated. It didn't really matter, but it was. I mean, you should play it. Helps you extend. There's tokens.
All right. And then lastly, but not least, the side deck.
Yeah, the side deck. So my philosophy of the side deck is like I pick up cards sometimes not even once every month. So I'm not like I don't play super often. So I wanted cards that were like blowout, so like they didn't require me to think very hard. It's like I have this matchup, I just have this like one card that's just really good, and I don't have to think that much about it instead of like trying to do something more niche. So like starting out, you have like 3 anti-spell just because there's a lot of matchups. So you go first, like you just cut off a lot of your opponents. Like I think of it as like you want multiple points of interaction and types of interaction. So like you have your monster negates, you have your hand traps. You want this, so you cut off like many different ways for your opponents to do things instead of putting your eggs like all in one basket.
Let's go.
3 Nib. When it came up, it came up. It was good. I definitely keep it in. It's just you can't. I wouldn't main deck this in this deck just because like the Tennies like don't work with this. When you like go second, you activate Nib, and then you just like your Tennies are just sitting
Counterintuitive.
Yeah, the Tennies, just counterintuitive. 3 Droll. You can tell I really don't like combo decks. We're playing against like the super big combo decks, so I just wanted like Nib and Droll to where like I'm like I just want to high roll. Like if I draw these cards, I have a chance at winning. And then the rest were just back row removal or back row hate. 2 Cosmic, a red reboot, and then 3 Lightning Storm. I don't think I even activated Lightning Storm once today. I sighted it in a few times, I just never saw it. Honestly, I don't think I ever saw my back row move in like any of my games. But I only played against like 1 back row deck. I played against like 1 Eldritch player, so I mean I won.
All right.
It's fine.
Do you remember all of your matchups today?
Let me think. Good lord. I don't even know if I remember all my matchups. To be real, I'm running on like 4.5 hours of sleep.
All right.
I know I had a Swordsoul mirror match. That was fun. I like that mirror match a lot. I played against 2 Despia. It was like close, but I eked it out against both of those. I played against Sal, which is a deck I played against. I played it like for 2 years. And so like when you know like how Salad plays, you can beat it pretty easily. Nib is just like an FTK versus that deck. In the finals, I played against Tri Brigade, and I was not expecting that matchup, but I think I played it pretty well. I clawed my way. I feel like I clawed my way out of a game 1 that was pretty like losing side for me, but I played the best game of my life for that, and I think that's what kind of sealed it for me.
All right. Any shout outs?
Special shout out to Fritz. He's the reason I came today. It was like midnight last night, and I was like, I don't even know if I want to go to this. I'm tired. I don't want to wake up early.
Fritz. It's Fritz go.
Oh, crazy. No, he drove me here so that way I could not be as tired. So special thanks to him. I guess special thanks to Michael for persuading me to play Mourner, even though I don't think it ever came up. Shout out to him either way. Shout out to the Austin YuGiOh community. A lot of good friends there. I like how like people in the competitive community like Aaron and Darian and stuff, they are like willing to talk to you and like work with you, even though like you don't have like any credentials at all. That's really like nice of them. And just, shout out to everybody I see at locals. It's awesome.
All right. Thank you for this deck profile. Congratulations.
Congrats, bro.